No human being grows in a vacuum. The first environment for a child is in the mother's womb. He learns the first lessons in the mother's womb. The second environment is the family. At birth, the child is received by the family members. Everybody is happy because a new member has been added to the home. And that is where the child learns the basics of life, like how to carry himself, how to talk with people, how to show peace, how to love other people. But first, he must love himself. He must love himself and extend that love to the family members and to the outsiders. He learns confidence, how to be confident, and how to speak with others, how to be humble to the elders and to his peers. All in all, the first lessons start in the family. The third environment is the school, of course. It is an extension of the home environment. So when the child comes to the school, he comes to the second family. The role of the school is to build on the foundation that has been laid by the home, of course. The school does not start from the scratch. The school does not do the spade work, but the school is expected to build on what is laid down by the home. If the foundation that has been laid down by the home is not strong enough, that will appear in the behavior of the child in the school. Remember, the child learns by imitating. He copies. He first sees, hears, and practices what he sees. If at home, insulting and showing bad manners to others is the order of the day, that will be seen. It will be noticed in the behavior of the child at school. What we ought to know and understand as parents is that the child learns better when he is still young, especially before the school-going age. Because sometimes the school could be able to change the child's behavior, and sometimes it won't be able to change the child's behavior, and that's the problem. And there will be a clash of the two worlds, that is the home and the school. If the child learns some behavior at home and when he comes to school, he learns something totally different from what is learned at home. And that is the source of the problem, which we as parents must be aware of. What we say and do as adults must be constructive enough for the child to copy. Remember, the child learns by imitating and practicing what he learns. And the two worlds, that is the home and the school, are responsible to lead the child into a responsible and respectful adult. In the school environment, the child meets strangers, the teachers, other learners. Even the school environment itself becomes strange to the child. Some learners might show resentment towards the whole situation, and that is understandable. And some might not want to go back to school the following day, and that is understandable. And that is a wake-up call for the parties concerned. They need to assure the child that he is not lost, but he is with his second family. They need to assure him, they need to calm him, they need to comfort him, they need to show warmth and love. If that stage is missed, it will show up later in life. Maybe it will be in a negative manner, and the adults will be the first ones to complain that the child is wayward. Remember, a child learns by seeing, hearing, imitating, and practicing what he sees. Whatever we plant in the mind of the child will show up later in life. Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, "Train up a child in the way he should go. When he is old, he will never depart from it." This emphasizes the importance of parental guidance and instruction in shaping the child's character and behavior. Of course, a child might get out of way if he meets up with a not so good peers. But even though, if the foundation was laid down properly and the pillars of good behavior were instilled strongly, there is a little chance that the child might go out of way. Remember, a person is not born in a vacuum. He does not live in an island. He lives within the people. He lives within the people. He learns within the circle where he lives. So we as parents have a mammoth task to look after our children. How do they behave? The parental influence plays a big role in the life of a child. Remember, the child first learns in the womb. He is nurtured in his mother's womb. Then at birth, the family takes over. Then the school. The teacher's main role is to teach, to facilitate learning and knowledge acquisition for learners and students. In addition, the teachers serve as mentors, counselors, and support systems for learners and students. They are not expected to teach the basic life lessons, but they are to build and continue on something existing. Love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, endurance, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. All those are the fruits of the Holy Spirit according to Galatians 5 verse 22 to 23. And they are the building blocks to build an independent, confident, and responsible human being. They are the characteristics and behaviors that manifest when the Holy Spirit is active in a person's life. Furthermore, Galatians 5 says, against such things there is no law. We need to do an introspection as adults of both worlds, the home and the school, and find out where did we go wrong when the rate of wayward children is so alarming. Have we played our role? Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's build the nation. Make sure you don't miss the next video.